astrologer's favorite astrologer. Your favorite mystic's favorite mystic. You are traveling with the Hood Mystic. You are now tapped in with the Hood Mystic. Time to tap in now.
Always remember, it's easier for her to get mad at you than it is for her to cater to you. This is a seed, and one day this seed is going to become a great big oak tree. But before it becomes an oak tree, it has to be nurtured, and you have to be patient as it grows to become a big oak tree. Just like your dreams, you have to be patient, and you can't dig up your dreams before they manifest into what they're becoming. So I send this message to anybody that wants to give up, don't.
Do you want to wait for your baby?
You going to sleep?
No, I'm about to be on the iPad. I'm waiting for the water to work.
Okay.
And I got to watch the TV.
Man, what's good, man? I'm trying to figure some stuff out. No, I'm new to this. It's like I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. How y'all doing? We back and we live. It's just this weird thing that goes on with this me and these computers got a love-hate relationship. There we go. All I wanted to do was pin the message. Oh yeah, man. Before I get started, this is just what I've been on lately. Blue Magic, right? On our Substack called The White Rabbit. It's a lot of different articles, things that just are paid, like people wouldn't necessarily have access to it. Like some of our most popular articles are those that are closed off, that are locked. For as little as $5 a month, you will have access to these articles and more. Where else could you get ceremonial magic, step by steps? The internet is a crazy place. It's a weird place. It's a lot of bots writing weird articles. So you might search for something like, how to do a ceremony. And you do it. Now all your baby mamas lining up outside of your front door, demanding that they pay child support, all because you got a spell that was on Google. So to avoid any baby mama drama, going over to the White Rabbit, the link is in our link tree.
I don't even think I put that in the description, but I will though. If I haven't, email me, get in touch with me, find me on IG, Twitter. Hey man, how do I sign up for the Substack for as little as $5 a month? And this article though, it took me a minute. It took me like 4 days to really like. I had a long drawn out process of writing this article. I don't even think I could. I don't even think. Oh, here it goes. Good old trusty dusty journal. Um, and really just trying to get to the core of my magic because for me, that's what works for me. Um, Having rituals, doing magic, being consistent with my magic, and also understanding the problems in my divination, in my workings, and I lay it out all on our Substack. Like, yeah, it's a lot of information, and at the end, I give you a whole step by step guide to doing blue magic. Like, you know how people would just say, yeah, just do a money ritual, and you would just have millions of dollars, and you either try the ritual or you don't try the ritual, however it look. But the deeper thing is something missing besides just doing a money spell, Googling money spells, and then just not having no money. So if you're tired of doing money spells and not having no money, man, tap in White Rabbit Substack available right now. So proud of that. So I just wanted to tell people about it. Um, and I wasn't even sharing that. Goodness gracious. Thought I was sharing the screen. So yeah, this is the White Rabbit. This is the Substack. And this is all of the information. So today I put the link in the description and actually pinned the StreamYard. So if anybody want to come up here and talk shit to me, talk shit about me, who knows, right? We can do that because I be thinking about it a lot of times, but like being a person in the world and dealing with people, people watching, loving people, hating people, understanding, overstanding, understanding people, and then sometimes not having a clue. And also in the realm of what I'm studying now about possession and people being possessed and things of that nature. I come into the realization that relationships is just something that, not that I'm interested in, but I think humanity is interested in it. And for me, it has been such a soul searching journey, right? Because I started off this journey internalizing. Let's start there. What does it mean to internalize? Internalize is to make attitudes or behavior part of one's nature by learning or unconscious assimilation. So, what is internalizing? Internalizing is making attitudes or behavior part of one's nature by learning or unconscious assimilation. So, when it came to dating, right? When you dating, when you're a man and you dating a woman, and a woman is sad, you supposed to be sad if your girl is sad. Whatever your girl want, whatever her, let's zoom this up, attitude or behavior is, you need to learn that. And that sounds good too. it sounds very, very good up until say for instance you do the unconscious assimilation. And assimilation is just the process of taking in or fully understanding the information or ideas. So you take in this person unconsciously, you internalize this person, their moods, their attitudes or behavior. In this space of internalization, you lose yourself. And when you lose yourself, this is how you lose your mind. So, for men and women, if you got time, if you got a minute, second, or an hour, let's talk about how we no longer internalize another person's actions so we can get to work. Y'all think this spiritual shit is for play. No, for real. People think spirituality is for play, is something that you deal with when you need it. But when you get into spirituality, you're going to have to understand how people are possessed by spirits that are going to fuck you up and fuck you over. So when you find love, that's when you need to find God, because love is coming from God. In this day and age, people so far away from God and so into trying to figure it out, try to do it their own way, that we don't stand a chance. So I always try to come with solutions, right? Always try to come with solutions, and I always try to come with things that's going to help people. You got to follow God. You got to follow your soul. And what does that look like? No fairy tale, no fantasy. It's always going to be time to do work within your relationship to realize said personal goals, wealth, security, all of this type of stuff. So, what's the problem? Disney has made it so that relationships are a space of good feelings, wishes being granted, emotional highs, and then emotional lows, and what somebody should do to kind of deal with your emotions. But in the emotions of the relationship, no work is being done. And so, men, when we fall into the game, what is this game? Internalize. Make attitudes and behaviors part of one's nature by learning or unconscious simulation. If she's sad, you're sad. If he's sad, you're sad. If another person is sad, that don't have shit to do with you. When you kind of force yourself to like empathize, you actually internalize. This is going to be the setup because I've seen these other videos that I'm gonna be reacting to, and I've been like, I'm doing Patrice O'Neal. Like I've been just getting every clip. I don't know what I'm gonna do with every clip, but I'm just getting all of the clips, and I want to just create a file with every Patrice O'Neal clip. I don't know if I want to animate it or I don't know. I don't know. Write a book. I don't know. But I gotta get these clips. I gotta get this shit organized and detailed because that has always been my work. And when it's to relationship shit on this channel, like I've been listening to Patrice O'Neal since I was a truck driver. And the early 2010s, 2009, 2010, 2011. And for me, understanding women has always been my bag. It have always been my drive because women ain't a straight, hey, how you doing? My name Kyrie. I love you so much. Can we be together? Because if it was that simple, man, we will all be living in wedded bliss. But it's a trick to it. It's always a trick to it. And Patrice O'Neal helped me to really understand the trick outside of like pimping and all this type of weird stuff. But just kind of understanding that, sometimes people can act in a way that's unconscious, non-malicious, but you still have to check it and you still have to understand. So this is the setup to the other videos that we're going to be reacting to. But whatever is being said, be sure not to internalize. So let's start reacting. And like y'all know how I go. I'll stop it, start it, give my little commentary, and keep the show going.
You got to understand that essentially that most loser women, all they have to barter is their pussy. They don't have anything else. Men have so many other things to barter when it comes to the sex game and the relationship game. Like when you gotta understand again, it's not their fault. Never look at it as like their fault because they all do it. So it has to be some type of nature involved. When you walk up the street, man, if you're an ugly motherfucker, hunchback, and you walking with some type of like fucking swagger, a woman can look at you and everybody could be laughing and going, "Look at this hunchback motherfucker." But
like that
somebody
hump,
might go,
about that hump is
how does this
sexy.
nigga with a hunchback?
Look at
Hold on. How can this motherfucker with a hunchback look like he should be fucking me? We have there's other things that make us attractive to women. Initially, there's only one thing that makes them attractive to us, and that's fucking them.
Now, a lot of people can get misconstrued about this shit out here in these streets, right? Like it's something else that would make a man want to talk to you, right? Make a man want to be with you, be your boyfriend, other than fucking. And that's where you get fucked up at, where you think it's your personality, where you think it's, how you talk or you funny and all of this type of shit. Dudes have a certain type of drive to get the ass. And I'm not saying that this is a good thing. I'm saying that you gotta always watch out for a nigga. Because you're going to meet the man of your dreams one day. You're going to meet the man that's going to want to marry you. Pay your rent, pay your bills, pull all the resources together. And you might not be able to handle that man for real. You might not ever be able to really love that man for real because you've been playing the devil's game. In the devil's game, and I was thinking about it earlier. I said, man, the devil and these women, the devil just can have his way. The devil can possess a man. A devil can look good, have money, and the devil only got one thing on his mind. The devil only have one thing on his mind. He's going to pervert and he is going to ruin and he is going to destroy every woman that he can. So then to flip it on the dudes, you be the devil when you a young man. You be the devil. You be the devil because you want to have sex with this woman. You don't got nothing to offer her but dick. And you can't even get the pussy, right? You can't get the pussy just, you know. So what you start to do, you start making pacts with the devil. To get a woman, you would make a pact with the devil. You would sell your soul to have sex, whatever it is. And what do you mean? You know, when you possess, right, and the spirit take over your body. Yeah, y'all thought it was going to be something that it was, but it wasn't, right? All right, let's talk. A spirit take over your body. You don't even be thinking for real. And every man have been through a period where he been chasing after this girl, lusting after this woman. And now he ain't thinking about nothing else. He used to be going to college. He used to be working a job. He used to have his shit together. But now he just all for this woman. And you want this woman. You want to have sex with this woman. This woman is probably cheating on you, doing all types of wild shit. You're not thinking about God. You're not thinking about order. You're not thinking about structure. You are a vessel for the serpent. You are a vessel for the devil. And your purpose is very clear. You're here to do some perverted shit to random girls. It's more men possessed by the devil right now. And how is you as a woman going to differentiate between a devil possessed man and a God fearing, a God covered man? It's real easy. The devil fearing man, he gonna proposition you. He gonna leverage. He gonna lean in. He gonna make it to whereas you gonna be giving up that pussy. And the devil's so good. The devil is good. The devil good. The devil first trick make you think that he don't exist. And the second trick is to fuck you so senseless. And his third trick is to make you want to get fucked. Now girls want to get fucked. They don't think nothing wrong with it. They don't even see the difference between a boyfriend and a husband. They don't see the difference between a devil-possessed man and a God-fearing man. The only thing they can see now is their kids that they got to take care of. Or their mental illness that, you know, what the fuck is you doing fucking at 16, 17, 18? 14, 13, 12. What the fuck you doing? What part of the kingdom are you doing, are you serving by getting your rocks off when you get horny? They call it horny because it's devilish, right? But niggas just be above and beyond that. So men the first devil, women the second devil. That's why in the Bible, since we want to get biblical, y'all didn't want to get biblical. I wanted to get biblical. I did it. I'm doing it as we speak. Nobody gonna stop me, right? First Colossians. Is it First Corinthians? It's either First Corinthians or First Colossians. We'll figure. No, I think it's First Colossians. First Colossians chapter 11. I think maybe not, but we'll figure it out. No, it's either First Colossians or First Corinthians, but we'll try Colossians first. Now let's try Corinthians. Let's just Google. I got it in my history. No, I haven't got it pulled up. I'm an idiot, and I'm your boyfriend. It's Corinthians chapter 11. I'm trying to find one part. It's one part in here where he say man was created from a woman or something like that. And at first it's kind of weird, but when you think about it from like the level of Adam and Eve and the level of the serpent, it was Adam who ate from the fruit first, right? And gave it to his girl, right? So when you think about it, we like y'all could act like women is the problem, but that's mainly because y'all lame. If you was ever out and about, you knew that women was goofy as hell. It was like little deers running around, and men was like these fucking wolves and coyotes. And the thing of it, the wolves and the coyotes didn't eat the deer. They just kind of like let the deer think they was on the same level as the coyotes, right? And all up until the coyote could just like feast on the goddamn little innocent deer, right? That's how that shit was growing up. Nothing that a boy had was filled with good intentions. Not no young boy. Like a young boy, even if he fell in love, he wasn't operating under righteous intentions. Even the good boy was just dealing with you to get some pussy about you when he was horny. Even the good boy fucked you up and fucked you over. Because when you start to look at it from a grand scheme of things, I'm just talking to people that don't want to fucking crash out when they having a relationship. There have to be order, and that woman has to constantly be willing to change and to work. Because if it's ever a situation where you're never penalizing, because in a relationship there has to be an authority. There has to be a headmaster. There has to be somebody that says, no, we're not going to do that. No, you're not going to do that. If that's not going down in your relationship, the relationship already over. Why? Because what is a woman going to say? She gonna say, I'm not doing this no more with you. You're not gonna be doing this. You're not gonna be doing that. It's over. And it's over. Like a woman can leave the relationship and blame you. Think about that. Whatever is in the mind, there is an aspect, an immature part of everyone's mind that says, I'm going to leave and run away. And the only thing that keeps relationships together is authority. When there is no authority, that immature part of everybody's mind is allowed to roam free. And as you roam free, that destroys the relationship just because you can do it. There is no order under God to really see the relationship out long term and to do the work necessary, the conflict resolution work. So now you got chicks with big shoulders telling you that you need 50K to date them. And the thing of it, I'm going to just be real. Man, you don't need shit with these girls nowadays. Cause if they not a virgin and the ex, they gave it up for free, you can't, like, if the value of the car is 10,000 and it been drove for 2 years, it don't go up in value. So because there is no kingdom business, your boyfriend get to use you like a buy here, pay here. Them cars is not the same value as the cars you buy off the lot with no miles. And that's just the reality. It ain't no, you don't come into relationships at 30, 40, 50 not being humble. You when you 30, 40, 50, the only thing that's going to save you is God. His righteousness, his mercy, his order. Not your ego saying you need 50K to take you out on a date. And trust me, you could do better things with your time than take a chick out on a date.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you.
You're not ready to. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
You know what else costs? The gym, shoulder shrugs, dumbbell shrugs, upright row. The gym can run you from 50, Planet Fitness 10, LA Fitness 50, Lifetime running you 80 to 100. You got kids, you can go to the Y. They got childcare. Ain't nobody about to take you to no fucking restaurant if we can't go to the fucking gym together. We got to start it off here. Because if you the type of chick that's on this type of time, you're a loser.
You got to understand that essentially that most loser women, all they have to barter is their pussy. They don't have anything else. Men have so many other things to barter when it comes to the sex game and the relationship game. Like, when you gotta understand, when, again, it's not their fault. Never look at it as like their fault, because they all do it.
Basically, because people are so far away from basic tradition, basic relationship tradition, because people make up their own rules, because it's easy to upload a podcast, a short, a reel on Instagram and YouTube, motherfuckers can just say anything. Courtship does not cost, especially when you are living a wealthy lifestyle. Wealth is health and happiness. When you are at the National Nature Park, when you was at the gym, when you was studying at the library, like what people was actually doing in real life, at the coffee shop, that shit don't cost nothing. You want to go to a restaurant? That's entitlement. You don't deserve to be going to have nobody spend their money on you when you don't even have shown that you even believe in God.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you.
You're not ready to date. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. Okay. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something.
If she is thirsty, listen, bro. At 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, at some point you're going to have to figure it out. Meaning that if you thirsty, you're going to have to be able to purchase your own water. The logic is what's damaging. Because you can be prosperity minded to be the type of person to not only make enough of yourself, but make enough for others. And that's just the end of it. See, when you unconditional and infinite, you don't have to limit yourself by what the next person is doing or not doing. Because the question was posed to me, if you start a relationship with somebody and you end that relationship off with somebody, and we all know water seeks its own level, well, that is true, but there's also the law of rhythm. Nothing rests. Energy keeps going and flowing. So if you met a person at a certain level, it was your responsibility to keep growing with that person through striving, through effort. You can't just sit back and make up the rules for what a man is supposed to do when you're not God. When you're not the creator of the earth and the skies, you're just a human being. And you should be figuring out how to support yourself and other people. Or you shouldn't be dating. You shouldn't be the broke one. You shouldn't use I need a man to do X, Y, and Z. So that could be my covering for me not doing X, Y, and Z. You should be taking care of X, Y, and Z long and before you come into the presence of the man that's going to love you. But if you sitting back with big shoulders talking about if you ain't making all of this money, like don't no real man with standards that's under God want you anyway. Under no level. Visually, mentally, emotionally, you need to work on who you are as an individual, because the ways of the world, people falling in love every single day in all different types of tax brackets. If you would sit back and say, well, the reason why it ain't rolling for me or for you is because the niggas out here ain't making enough money, so they don't got enough money to take us out on dates. You don't deserve a date. You don't deserve a date. You have done nothing to help assist in building the kingdom. The people that get dates are the ones that are knee deep in building the kingdom, doing what they need to do every single day for the children, being so ingratiated with God's favor. Because we did not create none of this. We are benefactors of God's grace. But a chick will say what you need to do to be with her, when it's really the reverse. And that's what a mature person would understand and understand. Because you could walk out all day, every day, and pass that pussy out like hotcakes, and niggas will come and take it. You could tell a man you want to get married, and you would then see, and then what? You want to have a lawful, wedded life that's under God's favor and order. Them same niggas that slide in you dick, those devil-possessed men, they gonna look at you like you fucking retarded. And they gonna be like, man, if you don't spread them legs open, I came here to possess you. I ain't come here. I came here to spread this goddamn devil's poison. I ain't come here to fall in love with you and marry you, silly. You gotta put in way more work than you putting in if you ever wanted to be in a serious relationship with a kingdom builder. You trying to make it your own way. What part of God, what part of spirit, what part of the goddess is just motherfuckers just making it to whereas you can make up all the rules yourself. Where you find that at, and how well is it working out for you?
She gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make $50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna want to run. Because she doesn't stretch you, she doesn't make you the man that you need to.
The type of man that a woman needs is the type of woman that's willing to follow God within herself. The type of woman that's able to listen to God and not listen to social media, not listen to podcasts, and not listen to videos that pull her further away from the man that's in front of her. You don't need to stress your man out. What part of scripture is that? What part of scripture is stress this nigga out, test this nigga's limits, don't help him, don't assist him, don't work for him, don't answer to him, don't listen to him? That man is not the authority in your life. Your feelings are your authority in life. Why?
She allows you to be the stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying?
Be cutting up.
I'm
You
just
talk about
saying.
me.
Now, in this video, we're going to be looking at a different perspective from a man that is going to be educating on the expectation of a fantasy life through the modality of a nigga. Because who is the authority in the relationship between the man and the woman? Who sets the standards? Who sets the rules? Do you as a woman set the standards and the rules? And it's not 50-50, because 50-50 is not authority. That's if you go to your job and say it's 50-50 between me and my boss. He tell me what to do half of the days, and then the other half of the days I come in here and I basically just do whatever the fuck I want to do. Nobody does that at work. When you go to work, it is 95% of them telling you exactly what to do, and 5% is you taking a lunch and a break. When you ain't on lunch and break, you doing exactly what that fucking job wants you to fucking do. Because that job has an authority over you. The same way as you got to choose a man that you will delight in his authority. You will delight in his submission. That's your work as a woman, to find that man. So you cannot find that man by fucking on the nigga that you like and then double back and saying, boy, I really want to get married. You was too busy fucking. You was too busy doing whatever you wanted to do. What's the double back recoil on that? I don't know. After you shot out the bullets, I never seen a bullet come back into its own, go back in the bullet, go back into the goddamn casing or wherever, the clip, and sit back in the clip. Like, oh, I ain't even mean to shoot itself. I ain't even mean to explode. My bad. Let me go back in here. The detrimental part of spiritual possession is when you don't realize that you're being possessed, And two, once the possession have taken place, there is no rewind button. Let me take it back. So really, it's a lost audience and a lost cause, unless you want to tell your daughters and your little sisters that you do not want to fall victim to the devil and his dick. You for sure don't want to just be fucking on niggas. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do, but make sure you never be alone with a man until you have done the full does this man follow God? Is he a righteous man through and through? If you require that out of a man, guess what he's going to become? A righteous man through and through. But if you require a man to look good, to fuck you good, to whatever the case may be, that's what he's going to be. That's what he's going to do.
I think the issue is you coming into it thinking that you're going to receive all of the benefits, whether that be by proxy or directly. You don't think that anything is going to be like expected of you. You come in thinking like, I'm already where I need to be. At worst, I'm going to help elevate my man's up to where he needs to be, which is where I'm at.
Who think that?
I think subconsciously that's what a lot of like the woman that you said go into a relationship like not knowing that the benefits can be, and that's why they get dissatisfied, and that's why. And I think sometimes that comes in. They meet reality. They think, oh, it's gonna be like this. Like it's gonna be love, shower up, kid. Everything's gonna go smoothly for me. My man is just gonna get money from me. He's gonna do all these things for me. It's gonna look good for the family. I'm gonna look great. And then they get into it, and then you can get those things, but not knowing that things are going to be demanded of you. You're going to have to work. Like you're going to get told that you need to elevate. You're going to get told that you need to make these adjustments and changes for your man, and it's going to be expected for you to do those things, and that may not, match what you expected. Satisfaction lowers. Like what? What is what? Lower satisfaction, and they gone because they don't want to do it.
That's
Now this is facts. Until you meet a woman that says, "What do you want me to do?" You have not found a woman yet, bro. You have not found a woman. You have found somebody that's going to waste your time, waste your life, steal your energy, look at you like you stupid because she's waiting for you to do some fantasy shit. She want to go somewhere. She want to do something. She want to be something. She want to experience something. But when you tell her, if you ever told her, I want a woman like this, she'll be like, damn. And you'll be like, I want a woman like that. She'll be like, damn. And you as a man that love her, you asking her like, why are you saying damn when I say I want a woman like this and I want a woman like that? The reason she's saying damn, the reason that she's so mad is because she know you talking about another woman. She knows you talking about another woman. In her heart, in her soul, she know you talking about another woman. She know you ain't talking about her. Because if ever you said you want a woman to respect you and work with you and produce with you and see the vision of God out in your lifetime, she would be like, hell yeah, nigga. I'm already there. Let's do it. But when you tell, like, listen, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing this. You're going to have to start doing this. You're going to have to start taking notes. You're going to have to start changing. You already lost. Because never in her fantasy world of being in a relationship did she think that she was going to have to change. In her fantasy life, marriage, love, whatever, she never thought a nigga was going to say, that wig, bitch, take it off. I don't like that. She thought that shit was fly. She thought she was coming on some fly shit. She had the TikTok leggings on, the TikTok one piece, where the booty ain't that fat, but it make the booty look fat because it do some optical illusion shit. She walking out with the TikTok leggings and you said, no. Listen, I'm going to do you like the Orthodox Jewish dudes do. You gonna wear some thrift shop clothes, oversized jackets and dresses, headbands. You gonna be looking like you dressing in 1984. Oh, see, no, I ain't gonna be able to do that. You gotta wear a head covering. You gotta wear a face covering. You can't be wearing form-fitting clothes. You ain't about to be telling me what I'm about to be doing. See, when you said it and she ain't listen, it wasn't never a point where you changed on what you wanted as a man, and it wasn't never the point where she was going to listen to you. The relationship was never real. When you meet a woman of God and you become a man of God, God is going to work on y'all, and she going to come to you like, what do I got to do? I understand that I'm under your authority. I understand you under God's authority. And the only way that I can make it through this matrix is through your leadership and guidance. As a man of God, that's the only way I can even make it. I don't gotta pray. I don't gotta do no weird rituals. I don't gotta collect crystals. I don't gotta link up with weird bitches and do weird shit with other bitches and go on freaks with hoes. I don't gotta spend all my money on frivolous shit to make me happy. All I have to do is listen to your authority. That's all I have to do. Because I know you would never give me advice contrary to the kingdom. You ain't telling me to get on a stripper pole. You ain't telling me to. You telling me that I need to study. You telling me I need to clean. You telling me I need to work out. You telling me I need to meditate. You telling me which herbs I need to burn. You telling me how frequently I need to burn those herbs. You telling me what I need to do in the realm of the kingdom business. I delight in that. If she didn't ever come to you and ask you that, nigga, what you doing? What you doing? You a weirdo. You in a weird place because you know that ain't right. And you also know when you say that ain't right, she gonna look at you like, nigga, who the fuck you think you talking to? I know you ain't talking to me, nigga. I know you ain't talking to me. You know I do not even believe in God, nigga. I believe in my emotions. PSA. Because you listen to Bobby Hemmett and Brother Panic and got dreads and got copper jewelry, that's not going to prevent you from a nigga fucking you and leaving you looking silly. Because you do Oshun rituals, because you do Yemaya rituals, because you do Oba rituals, because this is on your head and that is on your ass, and you paid for this ritual. None of that shit matters. It's all fake ass shit. When you are promiscuous and you are just giving it up, that's how it is. And it's always fucked up. And the problem that you always gonna have with a person who have spiritual gifts that love you is that they can hex you to hell. They can hex you to hell. But they can never do prosperity work on your life, can they? They can never help you get that job, but they can hex you to here to oblivion.
Y'all love to try to hunch on witches and spiritual girls because you think it's exciting, because you think we got magic.
No. if ever a man is concentrated on having sex with you and you entertaining it, either one, you want you want to dance with the devil and you cool with it, or two, you just goofy. We've been in this spiritual community for too long. And as soon as motherfuckers got hip to goddesses and initiations and rituals, they threw that shit on. And they wasn't nothing but the same hood rat, but with a different verbiage, a different dialectic, a different dictionary. Man, I'm as left path as they come. I'm as dark as they come. I'm as spiritual as they come. And the right thing is the right thing, and the wrong thing is the wrong thing. You out here fucking. You out here losing. You out here looking. You're going to fuck with somebody that is spiritually possessed. When it comes to relationships, you gotta be so patient with people, so tolerant with yourself to say, I'm better than that. I deserve more than that. You gotta like, I'm telling y'all from a perspective of what not to do. I know everything of what not to do. So when it comes to what to do, I can tell you exactly what to do. Be patient. Don't let nobody play in your face. If you can't, it don't matter how spiritual you is. If you can't, like, you should be at a level with people that sex is just not a thing that even comes up. Like sex and spirituality, they're like part of the same pole, but two opposite sides of the spectrum. So when she say, I don't know why y'all like hunching on spiritual women, my thing is, why is spiritual women letting these men have sex with them when they are sacred? Why are they giving sex away to somebody that don't deserve it? Because it is sex. It is consensual sex. It is something that you want. It is a demon that you haven't exorcised. You know it's a demon that you haven't exorcised because in all of your spirituality and all of your copper raps, you couldn't do nothing to keep that nigga in line. You weren't going to never do nothing that was going to keep this man in line ever, besides follow his order and follow his direction. Anything other than that, it'll be a level of possession. And if you could, you wouldn't be on here talking about leave spiritual girls alone. After he done got some ass. See, this is just regular hood rap shit with copper wraps and dreadlocks and cowrie shells. It's demonic.
Y'all love to try to hunch on witches and spiritual girls because you think it's exciting, because you think we got magical yoni and this, that, and the third.
And we don't think that you got magical yoni. You think that it's magical yoni. And niggas is just trying to get some ass. But the type of niggas that's trying to get some ass ain't even real men. Cause it's been years since I personally have been actively trying to fuck on a girl. Years. I'm talking dating site, going to the club, to the bar, hollering at a bitch, giving her my number, seeing her at the gym. All yeah, right. For what? 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 You know, you give them a good D and they go crazy. They start busting out your tires, slashing out your windows, busting out your tires. Yep, slashing your windows. Like how you? Why you supposed to bust my windows and slash my tires? The D so good, she'd be like, I'm confused. I'ma slash the windows. I'ma bust your tires. I don't care. I thought you did an Oshun ritual for peace and kindness. What happened to that? Now you're slashing my windows, busting out my tires. The spiritual shit is the spiritual shit, but it don't cut it when it comes to love, law, and order. Cause there ain't no Oshun, ain't no goddamn Oya when it comes to maintaining a relationship in a structure. Cause I know it's 50-50. It's us working together. It's I input and he input and I input and he input. And that shit don't get you nowhere. But making a TikTok on how niggas ain't shit, even though you spiritual.
We gonna fix your life like Leon Levan's and all this and all that. But the minute you start playing with us and your life start falling apart, then you're scared because you swear to God we done hexed you. But no, it ain't got to be no hex, baby. You just have to understand that some of us are protected and guided by something far stronger than you or even ourselves. We ain't got to light not damn candle. When we take our energy off of you, when we take that protection off of you, when we take that love and grace and mercy that we had for you off of you, you're going to see how your life really was supposed to be without it. Leave us the fuck alone if you don't have good intentions, baby, because you're going to ruin your own life trying to play with mine.
It take two to tango, man. I don't care. I'm gonna stand on that. You know, I know, like, it's just regular shit that, like, you can't look at this thing called life and love in this world today and not know about possession and not know about exorcisms. Because, like, at a certain point, it was normal for a priest to come to a house and pull a demon up out of a motherfucker. When the last time you seen a priest come to your house and pull a demon up out your little cousin? You know your little cousin need a demon pulled up out of his ass, but the demon is just out here living, existing. And I don't think men and women fully understand and understand that spirits is all around us. And this is why God is even a discussion. If spirits, negative spirits, dark spirits, ghosts, entities and energies wasn't here to possess people, there wouldn't even be a need for God. And that's the point of spirituality. Sometimes people think the point of spirituality is for them to get some money, but let's just look at this word real quick. Exorcism. Calling up or driving out evil spirits. This is not what I was looking for. I was looking for something. Give me a second. It's within the word. I think this is maybe. I don't know. But anyways, in the name of exorcism, it's funny, right? We were just reading First Corinthians chapter 11. That's funny, right? I was talking about exorcisms, right? And I reference like we already got a tab open for chapter for that's how real God is, bro. We was already studying First Corinthians chapter 11. And then I get on the wiki page and they talking about exorcism. And they talking about let's read this because I feel like God want to really talk to somebody, and somebody got to really slow down. Like whatever you're doing, you got to really slow down because if you working real hard, you probably possess. Right? You working hard and not getting nothing out of life, you probably possess. Like it's so easy to get possessed, and you should really do this work to get to your soul because you don't want to be possessed. That's the purpose of spirituality to rid yourself of the demons. One of the main things that I try to like talk about in spirituality is that of like wormwood and mugwort and having a healthy diet of herbs and teas, right? Shout out to the Colombian Exchange because what the herbs do is that they clear your gut up at night. So the first thing that I do in the morning is have that good old number two every morning since I could ever remember. No matter where I'm at, what I'm doing, I'm having an exorcism, right? I'm casting out and getting rid of the demons, right? With that good old number two. Let me get a two in the chat, right? Because y'all awoke if y'all can hear what I'm saying. If you understand or understand what I'm saying, right? You drink the wormwood, man. Wormwood. Um, the third angel blew his trumpet, and a great star fell from heaven, blazing like a torch, and it fell on the third of the rivers and on the springs of the water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters became wormwood, and many died from the water because it was made bitter. I don't know what they mean by that. I always read that not really knowing what it meant. The Holy Bible states that the star called wormwood seems to denote a mighty prince, power of the air, the instrument in his fall. I honestly, personally, would call wormwood something that will help you get rid of demons through getting them parasites out of your gut. Right. That's the number one way people are possessed. Oh, I need sugar. Oh, I need meat. Oh, I need meat. You need that other meat. Some of y'all need beef. Some of y'all need a beef stick, right? You need beef so bad, right? Possessed, right? I'm gonna just read until we get to First Corinthians chapter 11, 3 through 10, and then I'm gonna read First Corinthians chapter 11, 3 through 10, and then I'm gonna react to these videos and I'm gonna just talk to whoever need to hear what I'm about to say. So it's not my words, right? I want to speak it to whereas you can understand it from God the way God intended it, right? And whatever. In Christian practice, the practice performing the exorcism was known as an exorcist, as a member of a Christian church or an individual thought to be grace with special powers or skills. The exorcist may use prayers and religious materials such as set formulae, gestures, symbols, sacred images, sacramentals, etc. Certain Christian theologians have held that wearing a head covering by Christian females confers protection against fallen angels, which they teach are referenced in chapter 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, 3 through 10. The exorcist often invokes God, Jesus, or 7 different angels and archangels to intervene with the exorcism, right? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit is the sole source of their ability to cast out demons. So, when you talk about the power of God or the power of Jesus and what is it about, this is probably the only entity and energy that's able to cast out demons. But then people will say, well, you saying that white man named Jesus is going to cast out demons? And then it's like, well, no, you got wormwood, but then you have magic mushrooms cast out demons. Magic mushrooms for demon removal. So why are you taking the shrooms? Well, we all know that Jesus is a mushroom. All you gotta do is get the sacred mushroom and the cross. Read that. I think that's on a script. Tap into that, John M. Allegro. And we could, get into our shrooms for demon removal, exorcism, right? It's so much like possession going on in the world that if you don't get rid of the possession, all of the magical shit that you're doing is not gonna fucking matter because you're fucking possessed. And the problem is that you're possessed and you're not dealing with the possession because you're not doing the exorcism for whatever reason, right? You just don't know, you don't care, you don't understand, you don't understand. The possession is really taking over. However it goes. But I want you to understand that Christ is at the head of every man. And the husband is the head of the wife, and God is the head of Christ. Any man who prays or prophesies with something on his head disgraces his head. But any woman who prays or prophesies with her head unveiled disgraces her head. It is one and the same thing as shaving her head or as having her head shaved. For if a woman will not veil herself, then she should cut her hair. But it is disgraceful for a woman to have her hair cut off or to be shaved, should she wear a veil. For a man ought to not have his head veiled, since he is the image and reflection of God, but woman is the reflection of man. See, these are scriptures that people will say, well, fuck that. I'm not going to deal with that, right? But as men, before you get into a relationship, you need to understand and understand these scriptures, because this got to be your foundation. That woman is a reflection of you. So if she wants to get up and leave, you got to let her. You got to let her make every decision that she want to make for herself. And you got to understand, if it is ever anything serious, if it's anything real, she's going to do two things. She's going to cover her hair. She's going to want to cover her hair. She's going to want to protect herself from demons. She's not going to want to be a sexy woman, because that puts her in line for demons. You married to a girl that wants to be attracted to demons. She's going to cover her hair. And she's going to want to know what she's supposed to do. She is a reflection of you. So think of your reflection. If you move your hand like this, she move her hand like this. If you move your hand like this, she move her hand like that. If y'all go like this, she going like this. She got to see what you do so she can move. And you doing whatever God is doing. So you're reflecting what God is doing and she's just following your moves. That's a natural, traditional process of how God can work in your life. But you don't have to even do that. You could do it however you want to do it. But verse 8 will tell you, indeed, man was not made from a woman, but woman from a man. And once again, we're talking about possession. Men were possessed first. Figured it out. Oh shit, gotta shake myself for this possession. Now, you either gonna continue on because of what happened when you was 18, 19, 20, or you gonna say, well, damn, where was the mistake I made? Neither was man created for the sake of woman, but woman for the sake of man. Oh my God. When she says to you, I was made for you. I was made for you. God made me for you. There's nothing sweeter than that. There's nothing better than that. Now you say she can do whatever she want. Y'all 50-50. You put in here, she put in there. She can live how she want to live. She makes the decisions. There is no authority in the relationship. What you gonna do when she get bored? What you gonna do when she finds somebody else? Imagine if your grandma said, I'm gonna find me another man. I ain't fucking with your grandpa. Imagine that. Imagine you going there for Sunday and it's another nigga and your grandpa just gone somewhere. Never in a million years. Because that relationship, what did grandma and grandpa do? They went to church every Sunday. They at least understood and understood the word and how they were supposed to conduct their relationship. Maybe they passed it down to your mama didn't listen, and maybe your mama tried to pass it down to you. You for sure didn't listen. You said, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to get on these apps and I'm going to do it my way. All you got was devil dick. That's all you got. And then tried to figure it out. Because you didn't cover your head. You didn't feel like you need to cover your head. And you don't feel like you need to read scripture because you don't believe in God. But then when it comes to an exorcism, go ahead and ask your fucking spiritual girl to do an exorcism. Get rid of that spirit that's been hampering your whole entire life. She won't be able to do it. The only person you can turn to is somebody who is familiar with Jesus. But then you got to know who Jesus is intimately, thoroughly, and know that Jesus ain't no white man painted on a picture. Jesus is a personification of the mycorrhizal network. The same intuitive, informative network that created this whole matrix, i.e. God, in the flesh of the gods, a magic mushroom. For this reason, women ought to have a symbol of authority on her head because of the angels, but that would be translated to the spirits. The many, many spirits that if you don't have the authority of God in your life, you will become a woman possessed. And that's just the real. That's just the reality of it. That's just the truth of it. Man, y'all be careful out here, man. It's hard out here for a pimp.
Do you already have kids? Is my question.
Yes, I already have children
Mhm.
and I do not want any more.
Okay.
Yes, I do have 2 kids, 2 boys, and I don't want any more either.
Okay.
Nope, I have no kids, just fur babies. That's about it.
I respect it. Yeah.
7 to be exact.
Damn.
Yeah, 7.
Damn.
What does this consist of?
Yeah, let's
So
do this.
I have 6 Maltese and a Chihuahua / German Shepherd mix. Yeah.
Are all the poodles related?
Y'all gotta peep how my man said damn. Cause he going through all the chicks, right? He going through all the chicks. And the one that don't got no kids is the one that he ain't even interested in. But he thinking about it until he figure out how many goddamn dogs that this girl actually got. And she gonna say she got 7 dogs. What type of motherfucker got 7 dogs, bruh? Where's them dogs at right now? You on a dating show. You got 7 dogs at the crib just going. What is 7 dogs doing in your house right now? Like, imagine that shit, bro. Listen to how my man say, damn.
Exact.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, sweeter than a bowl of cherries, ain't he? My man, sweeter than a bowl of Fruit Loops. Out here looking for the hoes. Need to switch the show up. Looking for the bros. Damn.
That's about it.
I respect it. Yeah.
7 to be exact.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
7 to be exact.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
What does this consist of?
Yeah, let's
So
do this.
I have 6 Maltese and a Chihuahua /
she has 6 mutts. Ain't no such thing as a multi-poo. Mutt.
German Shepherd mix. Yeah.
Are all the poodles?
A Chihuahua and a German Shepherd mix is a mutt.
A Chihuahua / German Shepherd mix. Yeah.
Are all the poodles related?
Yes, 2 of them are the parents. So I have the mother and the
Got
father.
you.
She got the mother and the father, and she got all of the puppies, and she didn't sell the puppies because all of the puppies was mutts.
And
Okay.
then I have, unfortunately, the puppies that I
Got you. Okay.
I was unable to get sold.
That man.
If she had a man in her life, if she had a listen, if she had authority on her head, any man gonna tell her, man, we ain't about. You gonna have to get one of these motherfuckers neutered. Cause what the hell? If you like these 2 dogs, don't think you about to sell some damn mutts. Calling them multi-poos, it ain't gonna work. If you have some pit bull, cane corsos, American bulldogs, yeah, maybe the authority on your head might say, yeah, we could do it. But a Chihuahua and a German Shepherd and a multi-poo, baby, poo, we ain't about to do it. But now you got 7 dogs at the crib trying to find a man. First step is get rid of them 7 dogs and start off from scratch. I don't care how much you love them dogs. That's why they got the shelters. Don't let no dog step in the way of you getting to a man now. That don't even make sense. I know you love your dog, but goddamn, give it to your brother. Go visit the dog on the weekends. Just pick the dog up on the weekends. Give it to your little cousin. Don't have no dog in your house and you trying to find a nigga and a nigga coming home and oh, he don't bite, they don't bite. Fuck that. Get rid of the big ass dogs. Now, if you got a big ass dog for protection, I might understand that. But if you got a little ass dog, barking all the time. I come in the motherfucking house, biting at my motherfucking ankles. Man, give that dog to your little niece. Dogs is for kids. If you out here trying to find a man, you gonna love that dog until you 50. That dog gonna die. You gonna be burying a dog. You gonna be sitting alone, 52, and you chose the damn dog over a damn grown ass full grown man. She got 7 of them. Let that dog go, man. Fuck, kicking that dog in his fuck. Get the fucking dog. Real magical G's got cats anyways. If you're a real spiritual motherfucker, you got a cat or cats. You don't be cats is low key. Nigga come in your crib, your cat be like, "What up?" Here come this nigga again. Cat look at a motherfucker and just keep on walking, shaking his head. This bitch ain't gonna never learn, is she? Cats is real low key. Them dogs barking and shit. 7 dogs. That's why her hair like that. She's stressing out. Them dogs. She ain't eating right. She got an R for. Red flag.
Okay. So, Ashley, did you have any questions to determine if this is someone you do want to proceed with?
Yes, I do. Do you want children?
Yes.
I'm not having no babies.
I know.
I'm so done.
I know.
You're on a dating show. You actively looking for a man. And part of a man wanting a wife is to build a family. And what's a family with 2 motherfuckers looking at each other? Y'all ain't got no kids, no grandkids. And that be a sticking point too? Damn, y'all niggas gotta be safe out here, bruh. Cause I know that's what y'all want for real. That y'all want a family for real. I know. But you ain't about to get it. Not for real. Not for real, bruh. Not for real. It's almost like, the kids is like, we'll get to that when we get there. Right? But really, kids is a big deal. And I need y'all to look at this line before we get to the girl with the dogs.
Yes, I already have children and I do not want any more.
Okay.
I already have children and I do not want any more, with a smile on the face.
Yes, I do have 2 kids, 2 boys.
I'm telling you. If it's rebellious then, it's going to be rebellion now. It's rebellion. Because there's no instruction And I know you waiting for one day a motherfucker to wake up and finally get it and work with you and love you. Whoever the baby daddy is, she ain't going backwards. She on goddamn the internet on a dating show with a balloon. Kids at the crib. When mommy coming back? Around 10. She trying to find a new nigga on this dating show. Good luck. Mommy, how you do? You find us a new daddy yet? Not yet. It's cute. It's fun. It's entertainment. It's demonic.
And I don't want any more either.
Okay.
Nope, I have no kids, just fur babies.
Stuff.
Yeah.
German Shepherd mix. Yeah.
Are all the poodles related?
And
Okay.
then I have the puppies that I
Got
want.
you. That-
The puppies.
I dig that.
All right, let's go right down here.
I do have children. I have 3 children,
Okay.
and they are young adults.
Like the thing of it is like, even if you do get somebody, even if we do get into a relationship, what am I getting to a relationship for? And you know that in your heart. That's why you don't even be really out here fucking with niggas for real. Cause you know it ain't no purpose to the relationship. Both sides. Niggas just be sad. The men, you need a regimen of meditation and working with God and exercising the demons and getting on your purpose, fulfilling your vision. If a woman walks into your life and assists you in building up the kingdom of God, then great. If she never does, that's great too. Women, on the other hand, it's really a level of reading the scripture for yourself, or finding anybody with a book that's telling you something that's worthwhile to get you some real results. Because we're gonna just throw the Bible away and we're gonna do our own shit. We're gonna read books and do whatever and live whatever life we want to live and work hard and make the money and do all of the dumb shit and travel and all of the frivolous shit. Then what? Are you that much closer to realizing your goals or getting closer to an understanding that's going to soothe that pain in your heart? You might have a man right now. Ask him what you should do. Let him know that he's the authority in your life. And even if he not doing shit, if you let him know, hey, you know you the authority, you know you're supposed to be following God and I'm supposed to be following you. If that don't wake him up, then you know what you need to do. But 10 times out of 10, that's gonna wake him up. You can easily wake that man up by letting him know that he is the authority and you there to listen and to follow him and follow the ways of God for the rest of your life. Because you've already made a covenant with him through your body. Do that right now.
It's to where you're now like,
It's a lot of pressure on Black men, specifically dating Black women. And I love Black women. Social media and the culture has put a lot of pressure on us. This could be just based on environment. When I moved to Atlanta, women here are very entitled. And listen, I'm not blaming anybody, so I don't want this to turn into.
When you say entitled, though, what does entitled mean?
I'll say financially entitled. I feel extreme pressure, and I get hit on by white women. I get hit on by all kinds of women. But when I get hit on by Black women, I immediately feel this entitlement of I gotta pay for something.
Wow.
I gotta pay your rent. I gotta help you with your car note immediately within 2 weeks. Or I'm just saying what I've experienced. I'm not saying that's every woman. Nowadays, if I take somebody on a date,
$400
immediately, and I don't even drink. So if she drink, that's a couple hundred. The hookahs, 45.
Dessert?
Lamb chops is 50. Dessert. So by the time VIP
Valet?
or valet, I was just getting ready to say valet. So we didn't spend $400 for me to see if you like me.
Say that again.
So by the time VIP
Valet?
or valet, I was just getting ready to say valet. So we didn't spend $400 for me to see if you like me.
That's a vicious and demonic game. If you worked your way up and you trying, then like that's the real you looking, you seeking, you trying to figure it out. And then he starts it off.
Black women. And I love black women. So
Yeah. But you gotta love God. You gotta love God. I know people they not ready for this, especially spiritual community people. They wanna love human beings and all of their flaws and all of their ways and be hurt when they let them down. And she spent all of this money and all of this and took off, and I gotta spend $500 to take her out. You know that's because you love her and you don't love God. So you can have all the prestige in the world and you'll come to the realization, shit, I'm spending $400 on Ruth Chris and a night out and hookah, and she gonna determine if she like me or not. See, this is how God is. God say, what if she like you? What if you like her? But what if y'all not doing nothing to further the kingdom? You're going to say that there's something missing. It's always something missing in a person.
drink, that's a couple hundred. The hookahs, 45.
Dessert?
Lamb chops is 50. Dessert. So by the time VIP
Valet?
or valet, I was just getting ready to say valet. So we didn't spend $400 for me to see if you like me.
Say that again.
So it's like I'm spending. That's just the first date. You want to go out again. I didn't spend $1,000 on 3 dates just to see if you might call me back or maybe text me back. And then because you're a beautiful woman, if you don't like me, you can go get the next man to do the same thing.
Happened in your
That's God for you, though. It's God for you, man. I try to do these reaction videos to just bring different perspectives on like regular dating and regular life, in a space that Mike can introduce spirituality and spiritual development, because what I've realized is that the person that you're in a relationship with is the most important decision that you'll ever make in your life. And you can make the greatest decision you ever could have made, or you can make the worst decision that, will reverberate through your lifetime, through your children, and you just love somebody, or you just like somebody, or you just was fond of somebody, right? And you were a good person, but you didn't understand instruction. You didn't understand what it meant to be righteous. You didn't understand what it meant to be a leader, even in your relationship. So when it comes to telling your wife or your significant other what is not okay or what God told you for the day, you more subject to not say nothing and keep it to yourself because you don't want to piss her off or you don't want to make her mad. Like I said, if you got to come out of your mouth and say, I need you to do this or I need you to do that, it's already too late. Because in a real relationship, a woman will come to you and ask you every single day, what is it that we need to do today? And she will present it to you in a humble space. Did I do a good job? Did I fulfill the mission? And it's not a lot of women that's gonna to humble themselves to you as a man because they have not been taught this. But as a man, you need not worry about this type of shit, right? I'm just hoping that everybody knows that there is someone for them, and you don't have to go out like a fucking sucker, um, just to say that you happy or to say you got something. You can let all of that shit go. The biggest thing, that I would want to leave y'all with is you can't be afraid to lose a woman, because you can lose a woman at any point. You'll never lose God, right? And if you are loving a woman and afraid to lose a woman, she's gonna do you wrong, you know. Um, and when you love God and you trust God, nobody can do you wrong or do bad by you. What happens when you love God and put God first in your life? You actually exercise demons. So the more God fearing you become, the more that negative people can't exist in your space, right? You repel all of these people, and these people aren't inherently bad, but the spirit that possesses them is very detrimental to your overall. Because, Newton's third law of thermodynamics, let's see what it says. Newton's third law: for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So the deeper you get into God energy, which is your action, there will be an equal or opposite reaction. And that's what we call devil or demonic energy. Now, do you get rid of devil or demonic energy? No, but you never act like it don't exist, and you never act like because you love somebody that they can't be possessed, because they very well could be. And it will only be your ego and arrogance that, when you notice possession, speak to possession. Speak to that demon that's inhabited that person, right? That's the only way you're going to be able to understand who you are, right? If you are a God-fearing person, or if you are a chosen one, that is the every action, right? And because you are a chosen one, there will be demonic entities that will possess your mom, will possess your kids, will possess your wife, will possess your husband, right? And you need to learn how to speak to that energy and push against that. It's always there. Forces always come in pairs. Forces always come in pairs. There is no great spiritual project that you will deal with that will make your life all the better. Because when you get it all the better, there will be an energy all the worser to match it. And it's not bad. It's just so you don't ever become ignorant and egotistical about your personal pursuits and how things work out for you. So, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this build. As I just, talked about some things that was on my heart, some things that was on my mind. Um, who makes the rules in relationships? Feel free to sound off in the comments if you have anything contrary to what I'm saying. If you want to fight me, I was gonna say something else, but y'all know, y'all get the rest. Send me an email at hoodmystic@gmail.com, or follow me on IG at the Hood Mystic, and we could build from there. But let me know what you thought. If you have any contrary opinions, if I was wrong, if I talked about dogs too harshly, I apologize. But having 7 Chihuahuas mixed with German Shepherds is just the craziest thing I ever heard in real life. But maybe it's just me and I don't know shit about dogs. However, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna go to sleep, start another day. But peace to y'all families, and hopefully y'all have a good night. And I will see y'all on the flip side. Tap into my Substack article titled Blue Magic on the White Rabbit Substack. The link will be in the description.
This is a seed. And one day this seed is going to become a great big oak tree. But before it becomes an oak tree, it has to be nurtured, and you have to be patient as it grows to become a big oak tree. Just like your dreams. You have to be patient, and you can't dig up your dreams before they manifest into what they're becoming. So I send this message to anybody that wants to give up. Don't. Always remember, it's easier for her to get mad at you than it is for her to cater to you.